The state of Oregon is a beautiful place that's tucked away in the Pacific Northwest. It's mountainous, packed with lush, green forests, and it's mostly a paradise for those who love the outdoors. But it's also a place where many ghost stories and paranormal encounters have been told time and time again. What are the most haunted places in Oregon? We'll be taking a look at 10 of those places and tell the stories of why they are haunted. We can say for sure that these stories will make your hair stand on end and will probably make you want to visit them yourself. Without further ado, let's jump in. This is the 10 haunted places in Oregon, 10 through 6. Number 10, Battery Russell. With this one, we start off with a little bit of war history. Battery Russell was a military installation built in Fort Stevens during the Civil War era. During that time period, it didn't have much use. However, it did see some action during World War II, believe it or not. It was then when the Japanese were positioned off the coast of Oregon and managed to fire at the Battery Russell and successfully sustain damage. While there are conflicting stories of any casualties, some have reported seeing the ghost of a soldier milling around the grounds. The dispute of whether it was a World War II era soldier or someone from an earlier time period still rages on until someone else comes across it again. That could be you. Number 9, Bush House. This family estate, built in Salem, Oregon, is in no relation to the president's, but it is a house that was built for a prominent newspaper publisher named Asahel Bush. This Bush, however, was ahead of his time, using his newspaper to tussle with politicians on either side of the aisle. As a result, he earned the nickname Bushy Bush. But the ghost of old Bushy himself, along with the ghost of one of his daughters, is said to be living here in the house. Some who have visited the house reported some paranormal activity, including the air conditioning acting strange. Some have also believed that the spirits are messing with the heating system as well. If you're looking for a place where cold spots may be plenty, then the Bush House could be the place to check out. Number 8, Cathedral Park. Cathedral Park, located in Portland, right next to the Willamette River. This park was the site of a murder of a teenage girl named Thelma Taylor in 1949. Since her murder, the tales of her spirit being seen or even heard at this park have long been told. Some have claimed hearing screams coming from the park itself. However, the stories of paranormal activity seem to be proven untrue over the years. All the more reason to check this place out and see if you encounter the spirit of Thelma herself. But take the ghost stories with a grain of salt. Some people like to embellish. I'm going to interject with my own personal piece here. I used to hang out at this park at night relatively often personally, but I have never encountered any paranormal activity. As far as I'm aware, maybe I haven't didn't realize it. But just because I haven't experienced anything doesn't mean it's not true. Number 7, McMenamins Edgefield. The grand buildings and elegant gardens of McMenamins Edgefield don't leave one with the impression of anything other than opulence. But look a little deeper into the property's past and you might find something that gives you the chills. Edgefield began as Multnomah County's poor farm in 1911. People who had lost their jobs or hit economic troubles could come here and earn their stay. So food and housing, basically. A lot of people were in a bad point in their lives, but were able to come here and either stay until their death, unfortunately, or get back on their feet and head back out. According to the Edgefield's history page on the McMenamins website, residents of the poor farm who stayed after the economic boom of World War II were either too old or unable to leave the property, resulting in its transition into a nursing home. For the guests who experienced the paranormal activity of the poor farm turned nursing home turned hotel, Edgefield keeps a log at the front desk where patrons of the hotel can write down their supernatural experiences. A quick flip through the log shows that a lot of the activity happens in room 215, the entire second floor, the third floor, and around the winery. Room 215 is the most heavily requested room because it supposedly has the most paranormal activity. When they were renovating the property, there was a lot of paraphernalia found on the grounds, such as animal bones and a pentagram. Some people have hinted at the possibility that that was kids messing around, but that story does not sound right, since the fact animal bones are found and animals are also used to be sacrifices in rituals. A woman named Allison Berliner recalls a time where she had an encounter. This is a quote directly from her. "I was walking on the West End, in between the second and third floor. I had a couple of glasses of wine, I'll admit that. It was my birthday. I was walking in where the mural of them handing the residents their sheets and stuff is. And I was really deep in thought about what these people must have gone through and how they felt. And right as I was thinking that, I didn't see anything, but this energy went right through my chest, took my breath completely away. I actually started hyperventilating and was like, oh God, did it leave me? And I started shaking my hands and was like, oh God, please let it be out of my body. I couldn't tell. If you're brave enough to make your own adventure or want to try your luck at getting a stay worthy of a ghost log, Edgefield is located at 2126 Southwest Halsey Street in Troutdale, Oregon. Rates vary by season. They start at $30 for a hostel bed and can go up to $175 for a family room. And number 6, Geyser Grand Hotel. If you thought that last one was the only haunted hotel in Oregon, that'd be far from the truth. There's plenty of those. Anybody planning on staying at the Geyser Grand Hotel better be ready to party with the spirits. Legend has it that the third floor is teeming with spirits. Visitors have reported seeing lights flicker on and off almost constantly, and some say the sounds of laughter and reveling can be heard on the same floor. Some of the hotel staff even outright refuse to go up to the third floor, even in the daytime. One of the owners of the hotel brought these ghostly happenings to light almost 30 years ago. Since then, you can probably guess that some people are visiting the third floor for a peek of this paranormal activity. So there you have it. 10 Haunted Places in Oregon, Part 1. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on the video, as this is my first time making a video like this, so I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of room for improvement. But I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this. You guys have a good one. Take care.